Hi, I am John and welcome to KooBits, the best place for practicing math. In this video, I'm going to show you an example to solve a math problem. The method used can be applied to other similar math questions. Okay, let's get started.
Question. A group of students volunteered to help a fruit farm owner pick fruits. The total number of oranges and lemons they picked was 232. The total number of oranges and apples was 147. The number of apples was 3/8 of the lemons. How many oranges did the students pick? Let's break down the question and understand it, shall we? The total number of oranges and lemons the students picked was 232. Do we know how many oranges or lemons were picked? No, we do not. But we do know that the total number of oranges and lemons picked was 232. The total number of oranges and apples was 147. Similarly, we know that the total number of oranges and apples picked was 147. The number of apples was 3/8 of lemons. We know the number of apples was a fraction of the number of lemons. If we were to divide the lemons into 8 equal groups, the number of apples would be equal to 3 groups. The question asks us to find the number of oranges that were picked. All right, now that we've understood the question, let's move on to solve this word problem. Let's look at part of the problem first. We know that the number of apples was 3/8 of lemons. Let's use a rectangle to represent the total number of lemons. Let's divide the rectangle into 8 equal parts, or 8 units. The number of apples can be represented by 3 units. The total number of oranges and lemons they picked was 232. Let's use another rectangle to represent the number of oranges. Can you see that the number of oranges plus 8 units is equal to 232? The total number of oranges and apples was 147. Let's use a rectangle of the same size to represent the number of oranges and add it to the number of apples. Can you see that the number of oranges plus 3 units is equal to 147? Now, look closely. If we were to find the difference between these two diagrams, can you see that we can cancel off the rectangle representing the number of oranges? Yes, we can. Great, let's move on to the next part. Let's find the number of fruits represented by 1 unit. 8 units minus 3 units equals 5 units. 5 units are equal to 232 minus 147 equals 85. 1 unit equals 85 divided by 5 equals 17. The number of apples is equal to 3 units. 3 units are equal to 17 multiplied by 3 equals 51. There were 51 apples. The total number of oranges and apples was 147. Thus, the number of oranges is equal to 147 minus 51 equals 96. Let's move on to check our answers and ensure they are correct. From our answer, we know students picked 96 oranges. Let's check if the sum of oranges and lemons is 232 as stated in the question. 1 unit is equal to 17. The number of lemons is equal to 8 units, equals 17 multiplied by 8 equals 136. The sum of lemons and oranges is equal to 136 plus 96 equals 232, which is consistent with the value given in the question. Therefore, we know our answer is correct.
KooBits, engaging the digital kids.